Vanguard Zero is unfortunately coming to an end, and I think a lot of us have had a few weeks now to settle with that fact. But, before it ends, and, while we still have time to reflect and, the pain and sorrow doesn't seek in after the game has actually ended service, I wanted to take a moment to talk about some Zero memories. So, you might hear from my voice, but I got sick with COVID recently, and while being bedridden, I was kind of thinking like, damn, it's pretty crazy when the pandemic had just started and Zero just came out and it got like so big, and like, obviously I'm very thankful that my channel grew very big as a result of that too, but there was something about the fact that our schedules were so free at the time when Zero came out that you could do whatever you wanted. So I wanted to list 5 memories I have with Zero included, and also invite you guys in the comments below to let me know some of your memories as well. Like, chat was actually going off about quite a few things earlier, where there was like one about like when Suisei streamed Vanguard Zero for the first time and like was going ham for like Phantom Blast Overlord and like stuff like that. And just in general, like for me, there's even like a memory Zero, which is fitting for Vanguard Zero, where I just remembered before the English server even came out, so this was pre-pandemic, I was on holiday with my ex's family in Vegas, and I think that was when the, like, what was it? The second set was coming out, which was like, that was back when like all sets were merged into one pack, so they weren't actually like separated or anything. But I remember they gave away like crafting materials as a Christmas present for like the Q4 clans, because they were the only clans in the game at the first like couple months of the game, and so you could craft any basically like any triple rare for Royals, Novas, Kagero, and OTT. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I hope they do more of these presents, and they never did again. So it was like, god damn it, dude, like what is this? But that was random memory number 0. But I think that was a very weird time before the English one came out, because like the game wasn't actually like big enough, and like my videos for Zero weren't really getting views either, so it was definitely a little bit weird. But after the English version came out, I think one of the first memories I have that, like, especially throughout the pandemic while I was still in Europe before moving to Japan, was like waking up every early like morning to like open up new sets. Like, I just remember the sheer excitement. It felt like Christmas every month. I would literally go to bed giddy the night before of like, oh my god, a new Vanguard set is coming out. Like, I was so excited about it, and it's so weird to look back because that joy really evaporated in G, and it kind of became a chore to open packs. But it was such an exciting time to open packs in the early stages of Zero before G. Like, I think basically all the way up to G, it was still very exciting, even during Legion and stuff too, and just kind of looking forward to like what new stuff would come out and stuff like that. Like, and of course that comes with the pack openings. Like, I know a lot of people in chat right now are saying like the pack openings, Chariot and like Lukier, etc. Like, there's definitely a lot of very exciting pack openings, like Daikais. I remember, oh my god, like, whew, I feel like I just felt something in my heart just thinking about that. And like all this crazy stuff with like Taikai. Yeah, oh my god, there were so many when it came to like the actual pack openings. So like I was both excited for the actual new cards, but also like it felt like there was a cultural experience on the stream when it came to the sets too, because people would be opening packs while watching the stream and then like reporting their pulls in the chat and like all that kind of stuff. So it was like such a crazy experience back then that I think I'll forever have a really fond memory of that. Like, that to me, like being stuck in lockdown and that being like the joy I could look forward to every month was like so good. Like, I really enjoyed that. Bathtub RNG luck with Kai, oh god, yes. Then this is another one that is really like that early pandemic stage, but as some of you guys might remember, the Vanguard Zero Championship, of course, me and Kai always commentated it, but the very first ones, the first few qualifiers, I actually played in myself. And you guys probably remember, those of you that were around from like the beginning of the Zero videos, but back then, the Zero qualifiers for the Zero CS would actually have to be like, I would have to wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. or something to play in them usually, or like 6 if I was lucky. And I would, because when this happened was basically during the This was basically during the time when the pandemic had like just started, And at the time, like there was like no structure yet. So like people didn't know what was going to happen with their uni classes, with their school classes, with their jobs. Like the frameworks and the systems weren't in place yet to make everything go online. And because of that, like I could wake up at 4 a.m. to play like a Zero Championship qualifier, you know, and then like vlog it, like literally being like super dead asleep, like playing MLB or like Dota in tournaments, and then being like, you have to play Airbow in Dota, it's the most broken shit ever, and then it'd be like super wrong. But you know, it was such an experience when like we had no structure in our lives back then with like the early pandemic days that I look back on it very fondly, and I think it's overall a nice little memory. So that's probably like the second memory. The third one that I have written down is probably appearing in an ad, but I'm not sure if I can actually. I live in Japan now, so I don't get to see like English ads anymore, and I think I don't know if like anybody in chat can find it, but there was basically a Vanguard Zero ad where it was literally a stream clip from like me opening the like Daikaiser. So it was like literally like me opening the Daikaiser set, and just about as I pull it, it goes Vanguard Zero download today or something like that. And I don't know, I can't find the actual clip anymore. I think maybe because Wishard, when they were obviously like making the ad, they were like emailing me about it, and they were like, hey, can we use you like this clip, you know, and all this kind of stuff. Like it's obviously like, you know, you have to like sign stuff for those kind of ads to be in those ads. There was a Legion one too. I feel like there were multiple ads, but I don't. Oh man, I'm trying to remember what they are. Oh my god, Macrafter, the Marin Karin videos. If DifferentFight told you to shove a cactus up your ass, yeah, I remember those. Oh my god. But yeah, it's like maybe in editing I'll be able to like salvage those ads somehow, but it was definitely that's the first time I've ever appeared in ads. Like genuinely crazy to me that I was in them, and then people would also like tag me like, oh my god, I saw you in an ad for Vanguard Zero, that's so crazy. That, like, to me that was also like a very crazy experience too. So that's the third of 5 memories. And then the fourth one, I think for those that have been, you know, following Zero since the start, is like the Zero Championship, like I want to call it like the saga, the genealogy of the Zero Championship. All began with Dotto and Aren, 2 players that clashed in the first Zero Championship, and just basically like they continued to be like the main names that everyone knew for Zero. And they were just so damn cool to watch, because I'll never forget the first Zero Championship that me and Kai watched together, where it was like MLB versus, I want to say, was it Vermilion? I mean, obviously it was like multiple decks being used in the format, but oh my god, like I remember how hyped those games were. Like they were like damage denying and passing and all that kind of stuff. Like it was just super intense. And I think that's when me and Kai initially got hooked on how hype Vanguard Zero can be competitively, and that's when we started to like continue to restream these Zero CSs. So we had so many crazy moments, right? There was like the Spike Brothers that won, the freaking Sanctuary of Light, which was absolutely insane. The Ethics Blau going off is like absolutely insane. Like I think, no, it was like, it wasn't the Blau one, there was an actual Ethics deck as well that won too. Like there was so many obscure decks that were winning Zero CSs until G basically. And that was like, oh yeah, Battle Dome, like oh my god. Those were like, from Dotto and Aren to like the legacy that built up from the Zero Championship. Like I'm so glad that they let the Zero Championship have its finale as well with the grand finals, because I feel like it was just like poetic. It was such a beautiful experience, and like after moving to Japan I got to meet Aren and a lot of like the other competitive Zero players, and it's like so cool to actually like see these names, you know, like attach faces to them and like see their like exclusive playmats. Like I actually have a picture, I'll pop this up on in editing, but so the Azel Maelstrom one, of course, is Aren. So he has the first ever Vanguard Zero Championship playmat. Like it's so insane. And then of course the Night Rose Harry one as well. Like they're still in plastics. And so these are like what, 3 of each in the world. And then I got to see, this one is only one copy in the entire world, which is the Bermuda Triangle Cup. So the Bermuda Cup one is literally only one in the world, and I got to meet the owner of that too, who actually won it from the Zero tournament for it too. So I think the whole tournament scene was very, very cool for Zero, and that's definitely like a very positive memory for me as well of the game, and just like the, you know, the long years that Vanguard Zero went on for. And finally, the last memory is like, honestly, it really comes down to the viewers right now, you guys watching. It's like how big my channel grew, basically, because like I think before Vanguard Zero was like around like 20 something K subs or something on YouTube, and my Twitch was not existent. I was not streaming. His ass was not streaming. And like literally the whole reason why I'm partnered on Twitch is because of Zero, and now I'm like, you know, a relatively established Twitch streamer, quote unquote. But I'm glad that I could get that first initial step thanks to Zero. And then now it's like YouTube, I think I gained like, thanks to shady shoutouts and like a bunch of other, you know, just like doing a lot of content at the time, I think I gained like over 10 or 15K subs in like a month. It was crazy. Like Vanguard Zero's launch was like so insane. I was really hoping Deer Days would have a similar effect, but it got fumbled so bad. It's like, I'm still a little bit salty to this day, but it's honestly, the community is just insane to me, like how much my channel's community grew thanks to Zero, and how many of you got into the TCG as a result as well is also like very nice factor for me. And like being able to like, I still remember the first time I ever hit over 1,000 viewers during a pack opening, like my friends were messaging me, it's like, oh my god, dude, what the hell, you have 1,000 viewers, that's insane, that's so crazy, what the fuck. Like even like my family was going off about it. It's like, it felt like unreachable goals in the past, and it's like actual like monumental achievements. So that's like some of the stuff that I feel like was just incredible. So those are my 5 memories for Vanguard Zero. Let me know what are yours in the comments below. I'd really love to hear about them as well. You know, whether it's like pulling certain things or like meeting people or just like random memories, like the one that somebody mentioned about Suisei and stuff like that, or you know, things that maybe like from my videos or whatever it can be, even if you didn't play Zero, maybe just like from watching content. So let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe to the channel. We've I've not been uploading as much lately because I was moving and then got sick and busy, etc. So please do subscribe. That is very much appreciated of you. I really cannot ask enough. Please subscribe. Please help me reach 100K. That'd be super cool. But otherwise, if you liked the video, give it a like. Let me know your favorite Zero memories in the comments below. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.